Hello student, I'm Dr. Paromita Basu from Design. So we are at JKLU University and I'm talking with Professor Basu and he will tell you more about the university. Very thank you to come and talk about your college, and may I know what are you teaching in this college?
Okay, so product designer by profession, and I am a coordinator for foundation department. And as a product designer, I take various courses for product design as well, and some courses for interdisciplinary too, in sensor spaces interaction, and majorly where material is involved. So I'm pretty hands-on person. I like to make things, and yeah.
So can you talk about your journey, like where did you pass from and
Sure.
what have you done before?
So as I told you, I'm a product designer. I have graduated from Indian Institute of Crafts and Design from Jaipur. So my entire area of work is basically with crafts, Indian craft, contextual work, basically with working with NGOs and design studios. So initially, for 5 years, I worked with various companies. Namely, Gatha was one of the documentary company which used to make various documentation on crafts and cultures of India. And I've proudly documented 120 crafts for them. So that is a lot of traveling and all. And then after doing all these things, I started my own studio. Currently practice also. I'm a practicing designer, as I say. And so in my studio, I make interior products, accessories, and so along with that, I started mentoring students, and that's still for product designers because of game design and toy design. So it's always good to be around young people. That's why I've
More than it.
I get more energy, more ideas with them, working with them, and that's why for good 3 years joined here at JKLU, like middle of Corona, I joined here, and from that day to now, I still design the modules, various modules for foundation department, and I coordinated for it. So that's my journey.
What type of thing do you think that this generation is, having problem or solution? What do you think about this generation?
I think very optimistically about this generation because new is always better. Like the new generation is always better than the previous one. And every year I interact with new people and I see better and better versions of designers coming in. So basically at our time when we were studying, or when our seniors were studying, design was not that popular. But now that there are various streams and the culture has gone little vogue, people talk about it on Instagram, YouTube, and so there's information overload with students and all. People know everything. Yeah. That's something good for, really helpful for us to begin with, because it gives us little, level playing field to work with. So yeah.
I feel they are like more. Sometimes I also learn from them.
Yeah.
So things, and they know that, and
Yeah.
I see all the social media and other things.
Yeah. They're pretty handy with it, even with the technologies and softwares and all. So we don't teach here softwares and various basic tools because they're very well equipped to do that. And I've seen portfolios these days, intake portfolios, which are very mature. The students are very mature these days with respect to, they're very serious about what they're doing, and they pursue what they're willing to pursue. So that clarity I can see, and that's something thrilling for us too.
What do you think about this university?
This university is an amazing place. Like I joined here in 2020 because of two things. MP Ranjan Library, you might have seen, and one should visit. It's open for all. Yeah. So like I would also want your visitors to come by. It's one of the best collection, and he was my teacher also when I was studying, and that was something. And another thing, the vision of the Institute of Design is very, very different from what is happening around, and that thrills me. So, and we as a faculty, as a designers, we are designing new modules and better modules than what has been happening, and that's an opportunity for us also as a faculty, and also for students to experience it firsthand through various events that happens, Design Guru Day and Jaipur Design Week. So these are the glimpses you will see in these events, that what new we are doing. So that's
Right nowadays, I had recently interacted with a lot of students and parents, and they're concerned with AI.
yeah.
They think that AI will take all the jobs after AI is come now, and they will not. The designer will not have any jobs. and so it is a waste of thing to go and learn. Instead of that, they can take another career. AI is not disturbing so much.
Definitely, they should.
What what do you think about this?
So one thing before answering this question, I would like to specify what design is, because design is a word it's been used by various people. From your boutique wala says design, to your mehndi wala says design, to rocket engineers saying design, and we are also apparently saying we are a design school. So what definition that you pick? What do you want to become? If you want to become curator, I would say, in those cases, the AI and the repetitive jobs are gone. So you are not, nor we are training them to do that. Though it is part of the process to understand what goes into it, but it is just to understand the process, not giving them the perspective to that. And that kind of jobs are gone by AI. And still, with the courses that we are doing, the user study, the contextual knowledge, as I've said, my expertise also lies because of my craft education, intensively working with people, understanding contextual problems that only human can do, I think, because AI needs its artificial, though, still artificial link to the eye. The intelligence is still with humans, I believe. And that contextual knowledge and that contextual references only humans can do. And AI can only do repetitive jobs. And I think they should go, I think. They're very boring.
Okay, so what type of projects you're doing in foundation?
Projects in foundation, yeah, there are very less of projects. More of, it's an introduction to design, basically. The 1 year, this is before they choose their disciplines. They go into product design or interaction design, interdisciplinary, or so on and so forth. So it's 1 year prior to making that decision. And this is the place, the foundation is the place where we try to level the playing field with respect to the skills, because the students are coming from various places with various skills. And we make sure that when we are taking in the students, we take them because of the aptitude that they have, rather than the skills. Skills are something that can be developed, like drawing, and these can be developed, and these can be, this is matter of time that, we think. And that's why we need to level the playing field as they come. So the courses that they have are design drawing 1 and 2. They have material exploration, which takes care of various material and handling various material and exploring them with respect to design. That means, trying to understand various properties of it, trying to apply it, with their ideation and all. And then they have elements of composition and color. And then they have a contextual course of craft culture habitat, where they go out into the field. It's divided into 2 parts. One is urban and rural context of, understanding the context. So this urban part, it's pretty easy to, go to the city. For the rural, we take them to Udaipur, Rail Magara ke paas mein, there's a small town. Stay there and study extensively about what are the problems, what are the perspectives of the people, what are the issues, and how do they work. So it's miniature, you can say it's a miniature user study, in a contextual format course, but it's very different from user study. And we also have 2 courses called Introduction to Coding and Introduction to Circuits, Understanding Circuits. So these are the 2 courses that we have added to the bunch of in foundation, because in the preceding years they have projects on IoT, Internet of Things, and Internet of Things, and they have interaction designers require the foundation on basic understanding of coding, how does it work. And so we do it for the foundation year, because it also develops their analytical skills and gives them edge over other people by not relying on to other people's skills. They can, for starters, or for to begin with, they have set of skills to ideate on digital medium as well as physical medium. So these are the bunch of courses that we have. There's one more which is called visual documentation, I missed, which takes care of photography, videography, and other digital mediums and tools, which we give it to students.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So now about product design, because you're teaching product design.
Also.
Second year, of course, they're starting product design. Yeah. So what do you think the product design in future, how will the student, when they are graduating from your students, how they can give to the world?
Yeah, the difference, I think, like I've seen all the batches through and through. with with the projects at least for last 3 years. I've seen the kind of problem that they look at or they choose is very fascinating, which is very contextual. That I know, which is I think missing from many of these arena, because most of the classroom projects tends to go hypothetical, but our students, because they have good foundation on contextual knowledge and extensive course of user study, they tend to look at problems which are very close to their heart. So I would like to give an example of a student who has done two examples of problem which a student worked on was a beehive, transportation, which was very fascinating. And it was very well executed, with not just executed but ideated, and user testing was done with the farmer here in Jaipur. And another one is currently going on with technical design project one, that is he's making sugarcane juice cart, which is I think very fascinating to begin with, because people when they think about automobile design or things, they tend to go to fast cars and bikes and all, but the problems are right under our nose and we don't look at it. So that is.
I also say to the students, what see, automobile design is not only cars.
Yeah.
Because they are only fascinated with cars and they are not excelling to the automobile design.
Yeah.
But it is not cars. There are trucks. There are so many things.
So everything's
So yeah, its product design is part of automobile design coming.
automobile is part, yeah.
So you are also teaching automobile design? Yeah?
So I'm not the faculty. Abhishek Minath was.
If the students are interested in automobile design, they can join your.
They can come to the institute. They'll find peers who are working here. So with respect to my contribution to product design, I tend to work more when it's material based courses. Like they have more material based courses in the second year and third year, and I'm currently taking a course of product user interface. It's a project, it's up in the studio 113. The students have figured out various interactive problems with the products around them, and they're trying to solve it. Very amazingly, they have figured out, various problems and solutions for them. So
yes, so you are also teaching them all the product design, like material handling, like wood cut or all these things,
metalwork, lathe, and yeah.
Many students coming for design, they only think it is paperwork and computer work. They are going for product or fashion or something, so they only think that. So, but I only always tell them it is not.
No, it's not. So initially from foundation, material exploration and all are done in a a rigorous manner, so that they know how to handle, they know how to ideate with material. Because I think it's very similar to drawing, where your material is paper and pencil. But when we were studying, many of us, when we were studying, the perspective that was given to us also was that clay, metal in various forms, sheet, be it wires, be it pipes and sections. These are all materials for you to ideate upon. So it's not the ideation does not happen only on a paper and pen, but ideation always happens with material. Where, because there you can sketch a very esoteric, for example, a bottle. You can you can make an esoteric form, an amazing looking flowery or whatever you imagine, but eventually it has to be made. It has to go to the consumer. It has to go to the the user, and it will have a form. When it will have a form, the material needs to follow it. And if it cannot be made in certain material, it won't be there. Like your idea is dead right there. So I think we make sure that ideas are not dead. they sustain their their course, and they go to the right people. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So
Thank you.
Tell all the students and teach also what is product design, because there so many people want to learn product design, but they don't know what is product design.
That's a fun field. And these days, I would like to add one more thing to your answer. Like these days, the definition of product design is constantly changing. So we had started with tangible, tangible products like chair, furniture, lightings, and medical equipments, and so on and so forth. But these days, digital products are also considered product. Product as a product design, be it application, be it website. These are also considered as product design. But that's what we have the distinction here with JKLU, that one is One is a part of interaction design, and another part is tangible products and more. I'm not saying that the intangible or virtual products are not part of product design. They are. With IoT semester, with this particular semester that I'm teaching, is just called fourth semester, in which they are doing interactive product design. Product user interface design. So in that also the solution tends to go towards digital, and we let it.
Okay, so Sujan, I think now with this full interview, you know more about product design. And thank you, sir, for telling us about your college and product design. I hope everybody likes it. So don't forget to like and share. And those who have come first time in this channel, do subscribe. And any problem, anything you want to ask me, do WhatsApp me in my number and message me and with your name and your state, and plus if you want to join this college, you can write that and I will send you the bit link and also one key forms, and you can then fill the form and you can join this with the interview and the exam. So any other information you want, you can WhatsApp me in my number. Okay, so from now we will come with more videos. So for till then, bye for today.